This week, Garmin have released a whole swag of firmware updates across their Edge cycling GPS range. That's including the 530, the 830, the 1030, and the 1030 Plus, with the respective firmware versions up on screen there. The 1030 hasn't quite hit the public version just yet, but I expect that in just a few days. These updates have been in beta for quite some time now, and I've been using those beta firmwares across these units out on the trails and indoors with good results. Now, around 12 to 18 months ago, Garmin effectively unified the firmware feature sets across all their units, meaning that every time one unit got the update, the rest pretty much got the same updates too. In fact, today the updates are identical across the 530, the 830, and the 1030 Plus, with the 1030 still lagging behind a little bit. I expect the changelog to be updated in a few days on that one. So today let's focus on these three. Now, the key feature update this month is to routing and mapping. A few of the dot points that have been provided by Garmin. Directional arrows while navigating will improve a rider's understanding and the visibility of their chosen route. Now, this is a simple little addition that should have been there all along, but it makes a lot of sense when pulling up a route and just knowing which way to start. Do you go clockwise or counterclockwise? Next up, they've sped up the route calculation times and have added route caching onto the head units themselves. Now, you've all known the experience of starting a ride, loading up a route, it says calculating route, it'll go to 1%, 10%, 5%, it'll take a few seconds or more than a few seconds on some of the older units before you start your ride. That information is now cached onto the units, so if you do the same route and same ride again, it's there ready to go almost instantly. The third dot point they have here is new, clean, high contrast maps that make bike-friendly road, gravel, and mountain routes more visible in all light conditions. And one of my favorite updates this month, they've added what they call Trendline heat maps. If you're familiar with Strava heat maps, this is exactly that, with the data from Garmin Connect right there live on your head unit. Garmin say they're using billions of miles of uploaded ride data, and kilometers, I hope, that are now layered directly onto the map and adjusts automatically based on the ride type, so cyclists can instantly see the most relevant places to ride. Jumping straight into the details of what that actually means, I've got some side-by-side shots right here. Now, first up is one around Lake Wendouree, and you can see with and without that option turned on, it gives an indication of where people ride, and that is Forest Street and around the lake. If we go a little further south, down to the crit course, you can see obviously the crit course where people do a lot of laps, it's a little darker on screen. It's a little hard to tell there with the screen captures that I have. Out on the road, it's a little easier to see when you're navigating around the maps with a different contrast, but the mountain bike one is really where it shines. Loading up what we call 5-ways out near the White Swan Dam. Here's what it looks like with the popularity maps on and off for the mountain bike profile. It's pretty clear to see where people go full send on their mountain bikes. So finally, we're seeing Garmin make use of all this data being uploaded to Garmin Connect, and it's relevant based on the activity type that you choose. So that'd be e-bike, mountain bike, gravel, and road. Okay, so that's the mapping side of things. Let's pull up the full change log and go through top to bottom of what else is new this month. The mapping stuff we've already covered. Phone, they've added smart syncing before an activity, which I guess will be physio, true up, and routes, and any details there that need to sync down from Garmin Connect onto your head unit. They've also added a Sync Now button in the settings widget via the Connected Features phone menu. I've tested that out by starring a new route over on Strava. That then goes over to my Garmin Connect connected account. I star it there and then pressing the Sync Now button, the route instantly comes down to, it was the 1030 I had that on, and bang, away I go. As easy as that. They've updated some first beat libraries. There's also a whole list of Connect IQ updates there for BLE sensor connections, activity controls, and a few other things there that are really non-specific, but good to see they're updating the Connect IQ side of things. Okay, rolling through the other updates this month. Fixed several inReach issues, that's Garmin's GPS data connected service. Improved Garmin dual mode sensor management. Improved power meter calibration and software updates. I have seen this fix improve the experience with the SRM X-Power power meter pedals. Dr. Stephen Lane was happy with his update on that. Improved the cycling dynamics page. I threw my eye across that, couldn't tell any difference, but okay, they've improved that. Increased maximum number of workout steps from 50 to 100. So if you're going crazy, creating quite complex workouts on the head units, you can do a lot more with that. This is probably related to third-party syncing services, such as Trainer Road, Training Peaks, Exert, etc., where you might be doing very long sessions out on the road and you need more workout steps. They've also combined the indoor trainer target power and resistance data fields into a single new trainer mode value. Now, I was using this last night on the Kicker Snap with the Edge 1030 Plus in erg mode, slope mode, and resistance mode, and it was intuitive. The touchscreen experience with that, not a problem at all. Trying to control a trainer with the 530 can be a little bit of a finger gymnastics experiment. Definitely not recommended. They've added support here for metabolic calories in the total calories reported. Okay, they fixed manual elevation calibration, fixed an issue with blank Strava segments appearing in the Segment Explore widget, fixed minor bugs, and the one we all love, improved device stability. Now that update list applies across all the 3 units, and again, the 1030 should be later in the week with a very similar list as seen here. Okay, so that's what's new in the zoo with these firmware updates from Garmin on their Edge units this month. Now, I don't believe you need to update any of the maps on these units to get those trend lines or heat maps showing, but it's always good practice to pull out a USB cable, load up Garmin Express, do a sync, and make sure you have the latest maps anyway. They do update quite often. Okay, we'll leave it there for today. Thanks for watching this one. As always, thumbs up if you've liked this one. Hit subscribe to support this channel. To take that support a little bit further, hit that membership button. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching.